slapped in my own company when a nobody from high school becomes the director of my family empire. After I studied and lived in Descencio for 5 years, I finally graduated and was ready to return to my home country to take over my dad's company. When I arrived at the Sullivan Group building, I took a picture and posted it on my Instagram story with the caption, "For the no, since you are the man I love most, I am here to see you immediately after graduation." Yet a woman appeared out of nowhere and slapped me as soon as I arrived at the company's lobby. It's her. She's the hussy. She had seduced my husband back in high school. Now that my husband has become the director, she shamelessly showed up here to flirt with him. So I want you girls to beat her up. I'll take the blame if anything happens. While the woman was cooking up a story about me seducing Marcus Lane, a director of Sullivan Group, others around simply looked on coldly and judged me. She slashed my limited edition bag to pieces and smashed the expensive seal I wanted to give my dad. "You are just a gold digger wearing and buying fake luxury goods. It's just a few $100s. I can still afford to pay you." However, little did she know that everything I had was real. Even if she and her director husband worked for the rest of their lives, they would never be able to afford to pay for the damages. "Dad, don't worry. I will take a taxi and go to the company to see you as soon as I land." The 5 years spent while pursuing my master's degree in Descencio were the most unforgettable moments in my life, till I finally graduated and returned home. I couldn't help but feel psyched as I looked at the 88th-floor high Sullivan Group building which my dad had established for me. Thus I took out my mobile phone, took a picture, tagged my location, and posted it on my Instagram story. "Since you are the man I love most, I am here to see you immediately after graduation." As soon as I walked into the lobby, a man suddenly called out to me, "Noel." I immediately turned around and looked at the man. Although his face appeared slightly familiar, I couldn't remember who he was. "Who are you?" His face was stone cold as he spoke in an unfriendly tone. I didn't expect you to end up in such an awful state. Why do you still act like you don't know me when you are specifically here to find me? No man will fancy a woman who gets carried away with the game of playing hard to get." As he spoke, he raised his head and confidently flipped his bangs. When that familiar gesture clicked in my head, I instantly recalled who he was. Marcus Lane. Marcus, a male classmate from high school who used to harass me. Since I had no good memory of him, I twitched my lips, smiled politely at him, and prepared to leave. Yet he abruptly grabbed my arm and said, "You're thinking of returning to my side now that I am rich, aren't you?" His words baffled me slightly. I tried to break free, but he stubbornly held on to me and refused to let go. Before I could scold him, a beautifully dressed woman with long hair pushed open the door and rushed into the lobby. She even yelled at me, "No, you shameless hussy, stay away from my husband." Immediately afterward, she picked up her bag and slung it straight at my face. I failed to dodge since Marcus had such a firm grip on my arm. As a result, she hit me hard on my left cheek. "What are you doing?" The metal on the woman's bag hit my eyebrow and nearly injured my eyeball. I felt furious about getting assaulted out of nowhere. So I stepped on Marcus' foot, broke free from his restraints, and roared furiously, "What the hell is wrong with you two? Do I even know you? Did you guys escape from the psychiatric hospital?" One came up to me and started gabbling nonsense, while another showed up and immediately attacked me. The woman standing before me appeared even angrier than me. Although she was fashionably dressed, the scowl on her face was so great that it morphed her middling features into something unbearably ugly. "Why are you pretending to have amnesia? Aximina knows that I have been dating Marcus for years, yet you dare say you don't know me. Today I will show you just how determined I am to fight for my love." As she spoke, she waved to the gaggle of best friends behind her. "Girls, it's time to fight for my love. Let's show this mistress that I, Vivian Hart, am not alone in this fight."